And India Today Group has always set the benchmark for gold standard of journalism. And here is a very special announcement. We're all set to raise the bar even higher when it comes to new age business news. Here is what you can expect in the next coming days, including revival and recovery in post-second COVID wave and catching the pulse of India's financial world.
Over the past 4 decades, the India Today Group has been the gold standard of journalism in India. During this glorious journey, some of the sharpest, finest journalists and editors have been part of the India Today family. Today, we are delighted to welcome on board the best known, most respected financial journalist in the country, Udayan Mukherjee. Udayan, welcome to the India Today Group.
Rahul, hi, and thank you very much for welcoming me into the India Today family. I'm really delighted to be part of your network now. I mean, I've always known what an extensive and enormous reach your brands like India Today, Business Today, and TV Today have. I mean, with millions of Indians. And I really am looking forward to the opportunity of reaching out to them and engaging with them in a small but meaningful way. So it's a great opportunity for me. And the times are such that over the last 1 year or so, everything's been turned on its head. And that presents a unique opportunity for people in the field of business such as me. So I'm really looking forward to the opportunity of adding something small to your fairly formidable fold, maybe a small feather to your cap.
And we're delighted to have you on board. You'd said goodbye to TV News in 2013. So what's made you decide to come back after all these years?
Well, you know, in 2013, I had almost 18 or 20 years of the daily grind, and that was enough for me. So I stepped away from that daily role, but continued to be on the margins, lingering as a commentator for many years. And then last year, while in the midst of COVID, I decided to end that as well. The whole world of business has been turned on its head. I mean, business is not going to be the same again after COVID. And everybody from business houses to policymakers, they have to look at the world through a very different lens. And for people who are observers of the business world, like I have been for over 2 decades, I think it presents a different kind of a challenge. And therefore, after 1 year of being in the wilderness and essentially being homebound, I thought it would be a good opportunity to engage with the business world from a different perspective, from a different lens once again. Because, you know, it's a once in a lifetime kind of a situation and crisis which is unfolding in front of us. I mean, you are reporting about it from one angle, but my domain is the world of business and financial markets. And I can't tell you how dramatically everything has changed over the last 1 year for all of that. So I'm quite looking forward to donning my hat once again, but from a very different lens and from a very different point of view from what I have done over the last 20 years.
What's your sense of the emerging post-COVID business landscape, and what should the viewers of India Today expect from Udayan Mukherjee?
Well, you know, Rahul, in short, everything has changed. I mean, businessmen don't look at plans and investments and the future in quite the same light as they might have done even 1 year back. I mean, the linear trajectory of every kind of plan is over. I mean, that's never going to be the same again. Equally, I mean, if you look at the whole policy landscape, I mean, for policymakers, everything has changed completely. Everybody's trying to see how economies can be revived, how people can be helped, and while doing all of this, how to keep the beast of inflation tamed, because that can really rear its head and destroy everything once again very quickly. So for business people and for policymakers, everything has changed. But I think one very crucial thing, Rahul, which has also changed, is the very audience who watches you and I. That business audience has changed quite completely. I mean, we were used to having people in their 40s and 50s and 60s consuming business media. But today's generation who are watching Business Today and TV Today and India Today and reading them, they are actually younger. They are in their 20s and 30s. Many people who are investors in the stock market are doing it for the first time. So not only are we at the intersection of very powerful changes in the business and policy landscape, I think our very customers, people who consume media, that has undergone a sea change over the last year and a half. And I think all of us have to really rethink this landscape while talking to them. And I look forward to that as a really special kind of challenge.
You know, and how can I chat with Udayan Mukherjee and not ask him about the stock markets? What's your sense of where the markets are going from here? You were the original face of the first bull run. and now we're at a zone where people are saying, say, 200,000 could be possible in time to come. How are you seeing the markets, and what's your reading?
Well, it's a strange time, Rahul, to be talking about the markets. And I never say never because, much that I say I don't want to talk about the stock market as much or as often as I did before. I mean, I can't take myself away from the stock market. It's in my blood. I mean, it's what I know best. And it's a strange feeling to be seeing the stock market hitting new highs every day, even as in the midst of so much misery and what everybody's experiencing in their daily lives, the loss of lives and livelihoods. And in a sense, it is quite perverse. I've always known that the stock market is a bit of a soulless institution. And I think that has come to the fore over the last 1 year or so. But the market will do its own thing. I mean, it has no sympathy for what is going on in the other world. And what is happening right now is that we've got a K-shaped kind of a recovery going across the world and in India. The tall are getting taller, the strong are getting stronger, and the small are shriveling and shrinking in front of our eyes. It's not a good thing. I mean, no one can say it's a good thing, but hey, it's what it is. I mean, you've got to accept it. It's the law of the jungle as it is with the stock market. So, I mean, if you were to ask me, is the stock market headed higher from here? There are very cogent arguments in favor of that because the stock market always thinks about the future, discounts the future. And the stock market is trying to look 6 months, 12 months ahead and suggesting that maybe in India and in the world we'll have a very powerful recovery once everyone is vaccinated. Equally, if the stock market were to crash tomorrow, there would be very cogent arguments for that. Everybody will turn around and say, we told you, stock market is living in a different planet. Valuations were crazy. And how can you have the stock market going up when the economy is collapsing? So, it's a bit like post-facto kind of analysis. There are equally strong arguments for a strong market and a weak market. And that's the kind of challenge that I will be peering into when I appear on your channels and write for your magazines.
Well, we don't want to give away too much just yet. What we want to tell all our viewers is watch this space for more. We're very excited. We've got big plans, and you'll see them play themselves out across the India Today group in the days and weeks to come. Udayan, welcome, and it's great to have you on board.
Thank you very much. I really look forward to the opportunity.
And the gold standard of business news is indeed here with that particular announcement. With that, it's a wrap from me, Chaiti Narula, on this bulletin. For further news and updates, don't forget to log on to indiatoday.in or download our app.